Did you know at this very moment someone is on Amazon and Etsy actively looking for a quality coloring and activity book to add to their shopping cart? The only question is, will it be yours? Since you're listening to this podcast, hence the name of the show, it's pretty safe to assume that you have a keen interest in creating and selling your first or next coloring book. And it's for that reason I want to assure you you're in the right place. And I'd like to help you make it a reality by inviting you to check out the Coloring Book Creator Mentor Program, the first of its kind complete A to Z course that features live weekly coaching, resources, templates, and an extremely supportive online community, all designed to assure that you create a standout in-demand coloring book that you'll actually enjoy creating, promoting, and selling. Imagine the feeling of knowing somewhere in the world someone is adding your beautiful new book to their shopping cart, investing in a piece of your creativity. Enrollment is open and you can get started by going to coloringbookcreatorcourse.com. That's coloringbookcreatorcourse.com. Welcome to the special edition of the Coloring Book Creator Podcast. Over the next 10 episodes, I'm going to walk you through a 10-step roadmap I've created called Validate Your First or Next Coloring Book Idea Before You Make It. Alrighty, so now we're moving right into step number 7. Step number 7 is all about adding another layer of social media interactivity to nurture relationships with your growing audience. In step number 6, I talked about creating a post that you would put on your own personal social media to be able to start to create or generate interest. I called it an interest post. Now you're moving into starting to nurture some interactivity. You're getting people that possibly are raising their hands and saying, yes, I want to know about more about this. But now comes where you want to start really focusing on nurturing those relationships with the audience that you're growing. The reason why this is so important. Selling is about the quality of relationships, not the number. This isn't a numbers game per se, not at this point. That's why it's important to choose, I would say, at least two maximum social media platforms and go all in. So if you're already all in on Facebook, I'd say just stay on Facebook. If you want to add another one, maybe Instagram or maybe, TikTok, although that's a whole other, or Pinterest. But I would say 1 primarily, 2 maximum. Do not try to be on YouTube and Pinterest and TikTok and Facebook and Instagram all at the same time. It will just burn you out. And when you burn out, you will stop. And you don't want to do that. It's about you building momentum. So pick one platform, plan to stick to it for at least 6 months before attempting to add something else. If Facebook is your go-to right now, your following is on Facebook right now, just stick with Facebook. Maybe in a few months, then add on another one. Whatever you choose, make sure it's something that works with your personality and your ideal communication style. In addition, make sure it's a platform where your future book buyers are currently hanging out. And not just customers, but also influencers, people who have the ear of the audience that you are trying to attract. Again, because we're visual, we do books, products that are visual. My go-tos would be Instagram or Pinterest are 2 excellent choices, of course, in conjunction with or followed by Facebook. Other options, if you're more video oriented, although all of them now want us to do more video, but if you're more video oriented, then you may consider going heavily in on TikTok and or YouTube. Again, all of them now want us to use more video, but I would say if your primary source of communication style is more conducive to video, I would say then TikTok and or YouTube, which could potentially be your 2 platforms. Again, I can't iterate enough. Do not try to do them all at once. You'll just burn out. So we want to make sure that we're really consistency is far more important than trying to be all the places all at the same time. Okay, I'll repeat that one more time. Consistency in your posting, and I don't mean necessarily you have to post 4 and 5 times a day, but you want to have some kind of a schedule about when you're going to post and how often you're going to post. And whatever that is, you decide on, you do that consistently. Because again, all the platforms want to see us use the tool consistently. So we are rewarded. The algorithm rewards us for consistently picking a schedule or picking a platform and posting on a regular basis. So that's all I want to leave you with here today is add a social media layer of interactivity. And I want to also share this, whatever platform that you choose, this is another reason why I don't recommend you try to be all the places all at the same time. We don't want to post on social media in what I call a drive-by fashion. We just post and then we ghost. We're not responding to people who are commenting on our post. As I shared in step number 6, where I shared about the interest post, and I'm asking people to comment on my post by saying the word yes. It can be a different word, but in this example, that's what I used. It is critical that you respond to every single one of those people who commented, even if it's only 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, because it's in your response to them that then the algorithm will kick in and work in your favor to get that post seen by more people. That's how you can hear people say, well, I've got 1,000 people on my followers. I think only like 10% of them see the post. Well, that's because if you're not posting that often or rarely, and then when you do post, and if someone comments, you don't respond to them, you're going to lose traction that way. And so therefore, the post will continue not to be seen by the lion's share of your existing audience. So it's going to be really critical that whatever you choose, if someone says, yes, I want to know more about your book or whatever you're doing, then you need to make sure you comment, even if it's nothing more to say thank you, the link is on the way, or access is on the way, check your DMs, what have you. Say something, but don't just not say anything. So it's not about adding more social media platforms to your mix. It's more about going all in on one and then really nurturing the people who are following you, who are commenting on your work. That way you're standing a much greater chance of deepening and creating a quality of relationship, not a number. Everyone wants to focus on a number. I want 5,000, 10,000 followers. But I will say to that is, what is 5 or 10,000 followers going to do if you're not responding to 10, 15, or 100 people? So in order to get to those levels, you've got to be nurturing the ones who are already in your world. It's about quality of relationships, not number. All righty. So again, that's step number 7. Then we're going to meet again on step number 8, which is going to be all about putting together that sampler page that you are going to be giving to people who raised their hands and said yes. I'll see you on the next episode.